The story opens on the bridge of the Terran cargo ship Morning Star as it drops out of hyperspace near Kepler 442b. Expecting to find the thriving human colony of New Eden, Captain Rick Hayes and his crew discover only debris and silence where a city of 50,000 humans once stood. The crew finds emergency beacons floating in space, broadcasting the colony's final desperate messages. Through crackling transmissions, they learn that the Galactic Council's enforcement fleet arrived without warning, declaring New Eden an illegal expansion into contested space. The colonists had tried to surrender, offering to relocate peacefully. Chief Communications Officer Lisa Park recovers the colony's black box data, revealing the horrific truth. The Council fleet, led by the reptilian Sectar Admiral Vel and supported by the insectoid Hive Lord Crix, had opened fire on civilian evacuation. Ships, men, women, and children were vaporized as they tried to flee. The colony's small defense force, led by Colonel James Reed, fought desperately to buy time for evacuations, but were overwhelmed. The final transmission shows the colony's governor, David Kim, sending one last message to Earth. Tell them we tried to be peaceful. Tell them what they did to us. Make them pay. Captain Hayes orders his crew to gather all evidence while staying hidden from Council patrols. His communications officer manages to boost their long-range transmitters, sending the black box data back to Earth through encrypted channels. The data packet includes video footage of Council ships deliberately targeting hospitals, schools, and refugee centers. As they prepare to leave the system, the crew spots Council cleanup ships, removing the last traces of New Eden. The aliens want to erase all evidence of the massacre. Hayes realizes they are the only witnesses who escaped. The part ends with Hayes addressing his crew, explaining they must reach Earth safely. Humanity needs to know that their peaceful expansion into the stars has been met with genocide. His words carry weight. 50,000 of our people were murdered in cold blood. The Council thinks we're just another primitive species they can push around. They're about to learn how wrong they are. The Morning Star arrives at Earth to find the planet already in chaos. The evidence they carried has preceded them, broadcast across every news network and government channel. President Maria Santos calls an emergency session of the Terran Assembly as millions of humans demand justice for New Eden. The footage of the massacre plays repeatedly on screens across Earth cities. In the streets, crowds gather holding signs, reading, "Remember New Eden," and "No peace with genociders." The images of Council ships destroying evacuation vessels filled with children trigger something primal in humanity's collective consciousness. Admiral John Blake, head of Earth's small Space Defense Force, presents the grim military reality to the Assembly. Humanity has only 200 warships compared to the Council's thousands. Their technology is decades behind the aliens. A direct confrontation would be suicide, but Dr. Anna Wright, Earth's leading xenobiologist, reveals crucial intelligence gathered from decades of studying captured Council technology. She has discovered fatal flaws in alien ship designs and identified the Council race's biological weaknesses. The reptilian Sectar are vulnerable to certain electromagnetic frequencies. The Hive Lord species dies rapidly when separated from their collective network. General Mark Stone, commander of Earth's Marine Forces, proposes a radical strategy. Instead of fighting a conventional war, humanity will wage a campaign of terror and vengeance. They will strike fast, hit hard, and disappear before the Council can respond. Every human colony, every ship, every outpost will become a weapon pointed at alien hearts. The President addresses the nation and all human colonies, explaining that diplomacy has failed. The Council has chosen genocide over negotiation. Her voice carries steel as she declares, "They wanted to teach us our place in the galaxy. We'll teach them what happens when you murder human children." Production facilities across Earth and the outer colonies begin converting to military manufacturing. Civilian ships are retrofitted with weapons. Mining operations shift to producing military-grade metals. Even merchant vessels receive basic armaments and stealth technology. Captain Hayes volunteers his crew for the first retaliatory mission. The Morning Star will be converted into humanity's first stealth attack vessel. His final scene shows him looking at photos of the New Eden victims while weapons are installed on his ship. The reformed Morning Star, now designated Vengeance, leads humanity's first strike against a Council research station in the Tau Ceti system. The facility houses alien scientists studying human biology, presumably to create better weapons against Earth's colonies. Captain Hayes and his team use their superior knowledge of human tactics to infiltrate the station. The aliens have never encountered a species that fights with such calculated fury. Their security systems are designed to stop other Council races, not humans driven by grief and rage. The attack succeeds beyond expectations. The human strike team not only destroys the research facility, but captures valuable Council intelligence about fleet movements and military capabilities. They discover that several Council races are privately horrified by the New Eden massacre, but fear speaking against the dominant Sectar faction. Meanwhile, across human space, other colonies begin their own revenge campaigns. A farming world. Of Haven launches modified agricultural ships packed with explosives into Council trade routes. A mining colony at Proxima Centauri converts its ore haulers into ramming ships that devastate alien supply convoys. Each human attack is precisely targeted to maximize psychological impact. A strike at civilian infrastructure, just as the Council did at New Eden. Alien settlements find their power grids destroyed, their communication arrays silenced, their transport hubs burning. The message is clear. Humans can reach anywhere, anytime. The Council's initial response is dismissive arrogance. Admiral Val issues statements calling humans a minor pest that will be exterminated efficiently. But as human attacks intensify and spread across dozens of systems, panic begins to spread among Council civilian populations. The part climaxes with a major human victory at the Battle of Wolf 359, where a combined fleet of converted civilian ships destroys an entire Council patrol squadron. The aliens realize they are not fighting a conventional military force, but an entire species united in vengeance. The Council responds to human aggression with overwhelming force, sending battle fleets to destroy Earth's outer colonies. But humanity has learned from New Eden's fate. Every colony now has evacuation protocols and hidden weapon caches. When Council forces arrive at the agricultural world of Demeter, they find empty settlements and booby-trapped facilities. The colonists have vanished into space, but they're parting. Gifts devastate the alien occupation forces. Crops are genetically modified to release toxins harmful to Sectar biology. Water supplies are poisoned with compounds that disrupt Hive Lord neural networks. President Santos announces the Scorched Earth Protocol. Any human world that cannot be defended will be evacuated and prepared as a death trap for alien invaders. Humanity refuses to give the Council any easy victories. The war's turning point comes when human intelligence operatives infiltrate the Council's capital world. Dr. Wright's biological research pays off as they deploy targeted plagues that affect only the ruling alien species. The Council's government structure begins to collapse as entire administrative centers go offline. Captain Hayes leads a desperate mission to capture Council Admiral Val alive. The operation succeeds, and humanity gains access to the aliens' command, codes, and strategic intelligence. Under interrogation, Val reveals the Council's long-term plan to exterminate all human colonies and claim Earth's resources. The information triggers the largest human military mobilization in history. Every ship that can mount a weapon joins the war effort. Civilian volunteers undergo crash military training. Earth's factories work around the clock, producing weapons and armor. The park ends with the launch of Operation Hellfire. Humanities. Coordinated assault on 17 Council strongholds simultaneously. The message to the aliens is simple: surrender or face total extinction. Asterisk. The final confrontation takes place in the Vega system, where the Council has assembled its largest battle fleet for a decisive strike against Earth. But humanity arrives first, turning the system into a massive trap the Council expects to face. Primitive human warships, and instead encounters a nightmare of coordinated terror. Humanity has spent months preparing this battlefield, seeding it with mines, hidden weapons platforms, and automated attack drones. When the alien fleet arrives, they fly into a meat grinder. Captain Hayes, now commanding a full squadron of converted ships, leads the assault on the Council flagship. The battle is brutal and personal, with humans fighting room by room through alien corridors. They show no mercy, remembering the children of New Eden who receive none. The tide turns when several Council member species, horrified by the war's brutality, switch sides or withdraw from combat. The moderate faction, led by the peaceful Corvani ambassador Tell, broadcasts messages calling for an immediate ceasefire and peace negotiations. Admiral Vel makes a final desperate attempt to destroy Earth itself, launching a secret fleet toward humanity's home world. But human intelligence anticipated this move. Earth's defense fleet, now reinforced with captured alien technology, annihilates the attack force before it can reach the inner system. The war ends when the surviving Council leadership surrenders unconditionally. President Santos, now older and hardened by years of conflict, addresses the galaxy from the ruins of the Council's former capital. She announces the formation of the Terran Empire and declares that humanity will never again allow aliens to threaten human lives. The story concludes with Captain Hayes visiting a memorial on New Eden's rebuilt colony. 50,000 names are carved into black stone, illuminated by eternal flames. Children play in nearby parks, while human warships patrol overhead, ensuring such a massacre can never happen again. The final lines reflect on humanity's transformation. From peaceful explorers to galactic enforcers, the Council taught us that the universe respects only strength. They wanted to show us our place among the stars. Instead, they taught us to reach for their throats.